Hi, I'm talking with Chris Amill, head coach of the Chaney Cowboys. Year number 2, Chris, I don't really want to go hash on last year as much other than what have we learned that's going to maybe be part of your what's going on this season as you go forward?
I just think the experience from last year. We finished on a high note. Our last 3 games, scored over 60 points and gave up 7. So I think as the year went on with all of our young guys, everything just started to click. And you see it in practice this year. The year of offense under their belt, the entire offensive line is back. The defense is back. So things are clicking. They're understanding it. It's not so much of a learning process. So, you'll definitely see a different team out here than last year.
Season, as we talk here, is less than a week away for you. COVID's a real thing out there, but how hard has it been to incorporate that into being a football coach as well without really getting in depth, Chris? Has it been really difficult?
It's been different, but the way we set up our practice schedule, our format, it was something that we put in place last year. It really helps us. Everybody's practicing every day. We have the older varsity guys are on offense, the younger guys are on defense, and they're all doing their individual work. So the groups are smaller, the kids are spaced out all over the field. And that was just something that was in place last year that just kind of carried over.
Does this 6-game season, does it change anything, how you prepare, obviously, because you can go on 6 and make the playoffs, I guess, maybe? Is that true?
Yeah, it's true. You can make the playoffs at 0-6, but it doesn't change much for us. We want to go 6-0 and ride high into the playoffs. But yeah, it's different though. Going 0-6, and I think it shows in some people's schedules. They're scheduling up. They're playing teams they normally wouldn't play because of it. You don't have to worry about the computer points and things like that. So, it's different, but it's good.
Is there a sense of urgency in case it's shut down? Do we even think of that, or we just put that in the back of our head and forget about it? In case the season is just
right. Probably more in my mind. I want us to get off to a good start. Especially for my seniors. I really want my boys to be able to have film for this year. As far as recruiting goes. Because recruiting got shut down last year because of COVID, so coaches couldn't come out, and it's still a dead period until the end of August. So couldn't get on campus, can't interact with coaches, can't do anything. So it's been different. So for me, it's urgency, but as far as the team goes, they're just taking it 1 week at a time, and we just been going about our business every day, and they don't talk about it too much. So
your kids buying into everything that's going on here, Chris?
Absolutely.
From your perspective?
And you really see it, especially with the seniors we have, with Delshawn Petrosky. I think he's the alpha dog. This team goes as he goes, and he said it, multiple times. If we don't make the playoffs, it's on him. He's going to put us on his back, and he's going to carry us. And he practices like that every day. He works like that every day. So we're just excited and ready to roll.
And Chaney, the home of Red Angelo and of course Ed Mady. Chance to say a word here about this place and this building and the people here.
It's a special place, and it's special because of people like Coach Mady, coming in and giving up his time and just pouring so much into the school, and you've seen it ever since then, and I wasn't around for the Red Angelo eras, but you have a lot of those players that are still involved and still come around, and you have the Ed Mady era when, their guys are still coming around, and then you have Coach Burtis. So, you see the tradition, and coming from Mooney, I understand about tradition and history, and I don't want to lose any of it. I'm still learning as we go. But, that's something that's been big for us, and we've just been pushing and striving to be the best as we can.
Real quick, without going real in depth, Chris, who are we going to help to have count on this year for you guys on, both sides of the ball that's going to help give you a successful type of season that you're hoping for?
Yeah, I think it starts with Delshawn. Like I said, him being the alpha dog, it really starts with him on both sides of the ball. He's a quarterback on both sides. He was an all-state safety as a sophomore, all-state quarterback as a junior. So that talks about the athlete that he is. You have Clive Wilson, defensive end, who already has multiple Power 5 conference offers. Ohio State loves him.
Kentucky, obviously.
Kentucky offer, yes. Kentucky offer.
We know that Morrow guy's here,
yes.
Huh?
So, he's 6'5", 230, athletic. We got him split out at receiver, playing defensive end. So he's a very athletic guy. J.R. Tellington, who's the other defensive end. He's another one that has a Kentucky offer. J.R.'s probably about 6'2", 6'3", about 240, athletic, a defensive end tailback. Jason Hewlett, is a sophomore. He has a Kentucky offer. 6'3", 185.
Looks fantastic, by the
Yes,
way.
he's a football player, and Coach Washington called me about him from Ohio State. He loves him as a will linebacker. So, he's on the radar.
Is he going to grow more?
I think so.
You think? Yeah, I
think
feel
so.
Fill out, but he
Fill out for sure.
Yeah, but he'll
and just a tremendous athlete.
He
Basketball player, football
looks the
player,
part.
qualified for track and junior high at the state meet. So just a phenomenal athlete. And I think the strengths as units have been our offense and defensive line. Just having those guys back, that year of experience, having everybody back, having that leadership up front. And then you add into the mix of Jamie Melton that came from Liberty, who was Mr. Everything at Liberty and didn't play defense. He looks just as good defensively as he does with the ball in his hand. And then we have some freshmen, that look good. Cam Sly, he's about 6'4", 185, and he'll play a lot as a.
He looks silly too.
Yes, and he'll play varsity linebacker, and he's a running back. And you're talking freshman and Malik Hunter, another freshman. He's about 6'1", 6'2". He'll see some varsity action. It's scary, And then you have Isaac Bethel that came from Fitch. He's a 2-year starter there, receiver and safety. So we got some guys. We do. And it seems like everything is starting to fall into place, And I know it takes time, and for me, it's just always been hard, just coming from a program, playing at Mooney, and winning as a player and winning as a coach. I guess I don't always buy into that it takes time. I think we should win now. That's just how I feel. We have the guys, and we just got to keep plugging away and putting it together.
Are you delegating more in the second year, or are you hands-on? What do you say?
Absolutely. I've been delegating a lot more. Seth Antrim, I call him the head coach of the offense, and he has full reign. It's his show. And he'll always ask, for input and things like that. But I trust him. Just be explosive, be dynamic, get our playmakers the ball. That's all I'm asking. Just find ways to make it work. And I'm still hands-on defensively. I do have other coaches, Chuck Harris and JT Thompson, calling more of the defensive sets and the blitzes and things like that. But I'm still more hands-on defensively. And for a while, being a tight end for Mooney, playing with Coach Butchie, I was nothing but a glorified guard. So I've been a little hands-on with the offensive line too. Our offensive coach, line coach Tyrell Rogers is a little quiet, soft-spoken, and we just got Mo Capabianca, who's full of energy. But before Mo got here, I just think they needed somebody to kind of get in their behind a little bit and fuss, and because I just think players are a reflection of their coach. So if coach is always kind of mild, calm, and relaxed, that's how they're going to be. And coming from Coach Butchie, I just wanted to bring that mentality to the offensive line.
And finally, Chris, I'm going to put you on the spot in a way if I can. What are your be as honest as you want to be. What are your expectations for this season? And let's pretend we have a perfect 6 weeks, healthy season. We go into the playoffs and things just keep evolving. What kind of expectations can you really put on this team from your head coaching perspective?
Head coaching perspective from previous years, we stay healthy. We could be in the state game this year. That's just me. I haven't told Division 3. I haven't. This is something I haven't talked to the guys about, but they know our expectations are to play in that last game. In Canton Stadium at the Hall of Fame. So the expectations are there. But for me, I think that's a reality. We stay healthy. Our season goes on. I think you'll see us in Canton.
And opener, real quick.
We open up with Urson Thursday night at YSU.
At YSU.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, good luck to you, Chris. Appreciate you taking some time with the season just a little bit away.
Right. No, thank you.
God bless. Thank you.